Hey guys, so Taylor Swift said it best when she said, "Why you gotta be so mean?" Okay, but she probably sang that a little bit better than me. People are mean and girls can be very, very mean. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about bullying and don't do it. I've partnered with Secret on the campaign Mean Stinks, and basically it's a campaign to get girls to stop bullying each other and trying to get girls to stick together to gang up for good and kind of be nice and encourage each other. Bullying is a serious problem that a lot of us don't really think to talk about, and the more people know about it, the better we can be at stopping it from happening. I actually asked you guys on Twitter to share your thoughts with me and ask me questions about bullying. I could answer them and talk to you guys a little bit about it. Pat, what would be your advice to somebody who is being cyberbullied by someone they thought they could trust? Okay, well, my advice to this is you really have to be careful with who you trust on the internet. If you're making friends online and meeting people in chat rooms or games or wherever it is, these people, as close as you think you are to them, you don't know them in person, and even people you know in person can be bullies. And I don't know, I think when it comes down to it, you have to be very careful of who you trust, and if somebody violates that trust, like an internet friend, and they're cyberbullying you, try your best to cut that person out of your life and just ignore the posts, delete them on Twitter, Facebook, block them on everything so they have no way of getting in touch with you, and try your best to just not talk to them anymore. How can you help a friend that's being bullied and won't tell anyone? Okay, so at this point, depending on what exactly is going on, if somebody's in physical harm or there's some serious bullying going on, I mean, names really hurt, but if it's like name calling and stuff that's not really putting the person in harm or in just really serious danger or anything, you know, you handle those things differently. If somebody's in physical harm's way or something really serious is going on, even if your friend doesn't want to tell, I would tell. Like, no way in the world I would keep that a secret. And I know that your friend might hate you for it in the moment, but they'll thank you later, because if you're helping them out of a situation, like causing physical harm to them or like serious issues, then somebody needs to know. You need to tell an adult, a teacher, a parent, and I don't know, like people need to know about that. If it's, you know, they're getting made fun of and they don't really want to tell people to talk about it because they don't want to draw more attention to themselves, I think at that point you need to respect their decision for that and just try to be a supportive friend for them. If they don't want to tell people that they're being like made fun of, then they don't have to tell people, and that's their thing to deal with. But what you can do is you can be an awesome friend to them and speak words of encouragement to them and tell them who they really are. And if they're believing these horrible things about themselves, you can be the good friend that tells them the complete opposite of how amazing they actually are and that you care about them as a friend. So many of you guys are asking me if I was bullied when I was younger. Were you bullied about being really tall? Have you ever been cyberbullied? And for me, growing up, I was always so scared of being bullied for like sports and stuff because I didn't play them very well, and I wasn't very athletic. I didn't have an athletic body. I didn't feel coordinated or anything, but all my friends played basketball, swimming, they did sports, and I just was never a part of that because I was so scared that if I tried it, that people would make fun of me, that I would get crap for not being good enough and bad and just all of those things. So I never really tried. I was too scared to even put myself in the position of getting bullied in that sense. So at school I wasn't really bullied, but once I started making videos online, that just opened up a whole new can of worms of cyberbullying and hate. And it wasn't so bad at first, but after a couple years, you know, there's people out there who just want to be mean, and it's sad. But I personally, what I do when I see a lot of hate online is I just rise above it and I just say, like, you know what? I'm not gonna let what they're saying change who I am. And there's this quote that I love, and I saw it on Tumblr one day, and it was like, lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. And that is just like my favorite quote ever now, because it's so true. It's like these people spend so much energy and time and emotion to say hurtful things about me, and you know what? if I just don't care about it and I just ignore it and I just choose to believe that what they're saying isn't true, then I come out on top with peace and reassurance of who I am, and I don't have to pay attention to what they say. But I understand what it's like. Like when I started making personality type videos, the Myers-Briggs videos that I do, where I talk about personality types, and it's very, there's a lot of rules to everything. And when I first started making videos about it, I didn't have all my facts straight. So I started making these videos, and I was wrong on some of the information that I gave, but because people make mistakes and that happens. And I just remember this one day waking up to this forum on Facebook where there were like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments and people like attacking me and being like, this girl is an idiot, she doesn't know what she's talking about, how can people give her a camera and let her have a YouTube account, this should be illegal, she's so stupid, she doesn't know anything about personality types. And it was just going on and like attacking my intelligence as a person and all this stuff that I normally pride myself in, like, oh, I'm really good at personality type stuff, but they were just like taking the one thing that I thought I knew about and how to do well and just being like, she doesn't know what she's doing. And you know, at first, like, I cried about it and I was really upset, and but then I talked to a friend of mine a couple hours later, and they were just like, Kat, why are you listening to them? Like, you're better than that. Like, you know who you are, and I know who you are, and that the person that they're describing, what they're talking about, they don't know you, and they're wrong, and you can't read it. Stop reading it and not to look at it, because if I do, it'll really tear me down, and I can't put myself in that position. So my advice to you, avoid toxic people who poison everything that's around them. You don't need their approval, and you can't care what they think, because you know what? You're a lion and they're sheep, and you can't care what they think about you. And that's just some of my advice on bullying and stuff. So the secret campaign that I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this video, what they're doing is they're having everyone paint their pinky nails blue to inspire girls to commit to not bullying each other and having a drama-free year. So if you want to take pictures of your nails, of your blue pinkies, you can hashtag them blue pinky on Twitter and on Instagram. So anyways, that's all I have to say about that. Leave a comment down below and help me come up with ideas that you can do to help those around you that are being bullied, and what you can do for yourself if you are being bullied, because you can't just expect other people to save you from it. You have to save yourself sometimes, and you have to stand up for yourself, and that's really hard to do. So let me know, comments below, anti-bullying support group, because we're awesome and we love each other. Much love. You guys are amazing. I love you. Goodbye.